now, and our country is going back in time. It doesn't even seem like our country is moving forward anymore. It seems like our country, America, is going back in time. It's still words. Well, they say freedom of speech is a right, but we don't have freedom of speech no more. America is definitely going back in time. And I heard a man say that history repeats itself. Is history repeating itself? American history repeating itself? From those that can't let go of racial discrimination? Do you really love your true American? Do you really love your true American? Are you really your brother's keeper? Are you really your American man's brother's keeper? That's the question I would like to ask. Is the American man truly his American brother's keeper? Are you your brother's keeper? Because it's getting really silly out in this America where we don't have each other's backs. The country took a downfall and went back 50 years. We are still, the United States is still assassinating people for words. Just for words. FC-16. What does FC-16 stand for? What's up, guy? Yeah, people are being assassinated. No, people are being unalive. People are being unalive for just speaking their words, just to have the freedom of speech. Greetings, Berlin. Thank you for joining in, Berlin. Greetings from Berlin. Who said greetings from Berlin? Jamala's Outlook. Thank you for tuning in. Greetings from Berlin. It's just that we are going back in time. It doesn't seem like we are evolving into the future because of old. I think what it is that people don't want to let go. The American people don't want to let go of old beefs. It's a lot of old beefs. Like we don't understand what's going on, but between the Dems and the reps, which I am not one of them. I'm not no Democrat. I'm not no Republican. I don't consider myself anything. I don't label myself and all these labels and stuff like that. But between the Democrats and Republicans, it's just like the Hatfield and McCoys. You know the story about the Hatfield and McCoys? They were family. The Hatfield and McCoys were family, but they were at war. So the Democrats and the Republicans are the Hatfields and the McCoys. They were at war, but they were family. They were related. And only a monster could celebrate some death. You don't celebrate a family losing a dad. No matter what the dad's views was, no matter what anything of the surface or his wife's views were, but you don't celebrate anybody losing a dad. That's your bad on your behalf. Never celebrate anybody losing a dad. How would you like it? How would you like it if you lost your dad? I lost my dad in 1997. It didn't feel good. Hey, Michael Stramps, thanks for joining in. Yep, Careless, thanks for joining in. Yeah, I lost my dad in 1997. Thank you for reaching out, Michael. Yep. What's going on? Yep. When Larry Siggs, you change your name. Oh, you change your name, Larry. Michael Stramps, thank you for tuning in. But our country went backwards. For a country that's supposed to move forward, our country went backwards to the Kennedy time, to Ronald Reagan, to 60 years, 70 years backwards. This country went backwards. We went backwards instead of forward. My platform was, I'm on YouTube right now. So if you want to follow Christopher Jordan, 3448. Christopher Jordan 3448. Subscribe. Everybody smash that like button. But our country went backwards instead of forward. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Thank you for joining in, Holly. But that's embarrassing. You're supposed to be the greatest country. You're supposed to be the greatest country in the world. What happened to the United States? What happened to the United States? You don't hear any other people getting killed in any other country. Do you hear people unalive in Hawaii? Do you hear people unalive in Canada? Unalive in any other country? Unalive? But when you go to America, went back 50 years. 50 years. Still assassinating people. Still shooting people. Still assassinating people. And this is America? The best country in the world? Still shooting people for their opinions? Ryan Soswicki? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Swastika. And it's okay. Swastika is cool. You can say swastika. It's cool. You know, there's no spells, no magic, anything like that. I pick it up. I understand. Swastika is cool, but you don't know the origins of the swastika. The swastika origins, where it really comes from. And again, you people are making America go back 60, 70 years. We're supposed to be thriving. We're supposed to be the best country in the world. No more tricks. No more tricks. So swastika, I hear it. This is not The Simpsons. I hear it. So let's see how long that lasts. Maybe our president needs to retire so we can afford food. Oh man, yeah, maybe, you know. But I tell you, it's about greed. It's all about greed. You can grow a fruit. You can grow fruit, raise chickens, everything for nothing. It won't cost you nothing. If you had the seeds and the good dirt and the good soil and the good chickens and good farming, it won't cost you anything. All you gotta do is keep it clean. Keep it clean and keep your farm up. And all this stuff costs nothing, really, to keep everybody alive and everybody being good and everybody prospering. But it seemed like all of us were underneath a spell. We was under a spell where we was in the greatest country in the world. How can this be the greatest? And how can this be the greatest country in the world where you got people getting killed for their words? How can this be the greatest country in the world where you got people getting shot for their opinions and their words? I'm a Jew too. I'm an original Jew. I'm an original Jew. But they don't want to tell you about that. Now that they reclassified me, bro. I used to be Jewish. Now I'm not. They reclassified me. They reclassified me as a Negro. Yep. You remember back in the day, it's called black people Jews. Black people Jews. Not no more. I reclassified as Negro. That's funny. I'm giving some shout outs to some boys. You want me to give a shout out to your boy? Tell him to come on to live. Yeah, see? It gets big. It's big, man. And I don't want to get on these platforms and start saying what I really truly know. But the original reason why I came on this live is to tell y'all guys our country, from that man that had 2 kids and a wife being took down, went back 65 years, man. Ain't no other countries out here murdering or unaliving. Ain't no other countries out here unaliving anybody that has freedom of speech. America supposed to have freedom of speech? We don't. We ain't no freedom of speech here in America. Ain't no freedom of speech here in America. You get too far in your freedom of speech, they're gonna try to unalive you. Which is really messed up because they always tell us that America is the greatest country and this and that. But look what's going on here. Open your eyes. Y'all guys take it easy. Love y'all guys.